Welcome back, I am Brianné Chapman, now for the regional news in detail. A High Court judge has ordered the immediate release of a woman from a rehabilitation center who had been convicted in 2019 of murdering her one-year-old daughter, whom she had set on fire. Justice Neil Brathwaite, in ordering the release of Philippa Phoebe Marshall, said that while I am satisfied that the continued incarceration is not necessary, she must nonetheless continue with her treatment in order for you to continue to do well for yourself and for your family. On July 17, 2019, a jury unanimously rejected Marshall's defense of insanity and diminished responsibility and convicted her of the murder of her daughter, Felicia Marshall. But during the trial, her lawyer Bijan Ferguson had argued successfully before Senior Justice Bernard Turner that his client's diagnosis of schizophrenia justified a departure from the sentencing guidelines for murder. As a result, Turner ordered Marshall to be detained at the Sandyland Rehabilitation Center, SRC, for a period of 6 years unless a court determines, based on medical report submitted to a court by a doctor with special experience in the diagnosis and treatment of mental disorders, that she should be earlier released. Her new attorney, Ty Pinder, asked psychiatrist Dr. Kirk Christie to submit a psychiatric report to Justice Neil Brathwaite. In the report, Christie said that Marshall's symptoms had been markedly attenuated and that she could continue to receive treatment as an outpatient. Marshall's brother, Charles Wims, testified that he was prepared to provide his sister with housing and to ensure that she was compliant with her treatment plan. He had assumed responsibility for Marshall's lodging and medical care while she was on bail awaiting trial. The United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has confirmed the fourth global coral bleach event in the Caribbean. NOAA has revealed a 3-panel image that shows a boulder star coral in the United States Virgin Islands, showing a shift from healthy in May last year to bleached in October 2023 to recovered in March this year, following extreme marine heat stress throughout the Caribbean basin in 2023. The world is currently experiencing a global coral bleaching event. This is the fourth global event on record and the second in the last 10 years, NOAA said, adding that bleaching level heat stress, as remotely monitored and predicted by its Coral Reef Watch CRW, has been and continued to be extensive across the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Ocean basin. NOAA said CRW's heat stress monitoring is based on sea surface temperature data spanning 1985 to present from a blend of NOAA and partner satellites. And finally, Guyana has supported calls for a second international decade for people of African descent. This position was confirmed by Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Onij Walrond, as she addressed delegates at the opening of the third session of the Permanent Forum on People of African Descent in Geneva, Switzerland on Tuesday. In December 2013, the UN General Assembly proclaimed 2015 to 2024 the International Decade for the People of African Descent. There have been general calls for an extension to this period. She noted that Guyana, as multicultural and multi-ethnic society, is mindful of and keen to ensure that the population in its entirety enjoys the best possible quality of life the country can afford. The minister added that CARICOM has been at the forefront of demanding reparations for the descendants of enslaved Africans, a position Guyana remains fully committed to. She explained that a National Reparation Committee has already been established within the framework of a 10-point plan agreed by the CARICOM. That's it for the regional news segment. Stay tuned. The weather update is next.